When I was about 11 or 12 years old, I attempted to run away. So, this started off a bit questionable at best, but I'm going to try my best to explain it in the non-call the police kind of way. First off, the person who I'll be talking about is no longer in the picture. There's no problem, it's not traumatizing. It has made it difficult for other things, which I'll explain later on, but everything's fine. You know, this happened when I was 12 or something, so like years ago. Moving on, let me set the scene because it's a very short story, so I'm going to try to make it as long as possible. This is back when my sister, my dad, and I staying at our grandma's house. I don't know if we were staying there or visiting, but the school that we attended was right behind where my grandma lived. Basically, I could just hop the fence and go to school if I wanted to. I did that actually once because I was running late and overslept. Anyways, so getting to the school wasn't difficult, and I do not think we actually took the bus to go to school. I do not remember. Well, this particular day, I was getting my homework done. It was a school day, so I was getting that done before we got ready for school. So my father, who is not very bright and has horrible ways of teaching you anything, was teaching me how to do my homework. Now, I should also explain that because of his methods of teaching me how to do anything, it's made it where I hate reading and have a hard time reading things and understanding things. Because his method of teaching you how to read is punishing you with reading a book for the entire day. Yeah. Needless to say, I absolutely hated the idea of reading a book. Oh wait, I already did tell that story, never mind. Absolutely did hate the idea of reading a book. Among the other things of his methods of teaching that I hate, I just about had my breaking point when I answered a question wrong on the homework I was doing that day. I got fed up and dashed out the door because the door was open. The screen door was shut. You could see outside, so it didn't take any effort getting the heck out of there. But anyways, so I run out the door and I just book it. And I'm just so tired of his methods of teaching. I just got sick of it and got the heck out of there. I remember my sister was like crying my name out, but I didn't care at the moment. I just didn't care. I didn't know what I was doing or where I was going or what was even gonna happen. I was just like, I'm gonna just find something else to do. Get the heck out of there. So I'm just continuing to run, just ticked off about the entire situation. And I'm like, I don't know where else to go because, well, I'm like 12, where am I gonna go? So I go to the school building. Now, you could either jump the fence in the backyard to get to the school building, or you could run all the way out the neighborhood, down a couple streets, and get to the school building, which is, of course, a lot longer, but I knew how to get there because it's literally like two turns. So I eventually find myself at the school building thinking, maybe I can hide out here for a minute. And so I go into the main entrance, well, at least the entrance the students usually go through, and I see a teacher standing there. And I'm still sitting here sobbing and crying, and I'm like, yo, you gotta let me in. Please, please just let me in. I don't care, let me in. And it's like 30 minutes to an hour before school buses are even dropping students off. And let me remind you, I'm crying, panicked, angry, upset, confused, frustrated. I'm basically all the alarms of this child needs help. But what did the teacher do? Sorry, darling, you can't come in yet. We're not letting students in yet. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't care. Just let me in. She's like, we can't. I'm so sorry. I'm like, are you kidding me? I could be chased right now, and you want to follow your stupid little policy? Not even the least bit concerned about why I'm upset? She didn't even stop me when I walked away, giving up. So, I mean, obviously I didn't run away. Somehow my dad and my sister found me. Like, I saw them walking towards the school building. I'm like, how the heck did they know I was here? But of course, it's not like I don't have big brains, so there's not many places I could run off to. But yeah, that's a little bit of a story of why I ran away. I mainly wanted to tell this story because of how idiotic the school was. I don't know if this happens commonly. I don't know. I mean, how often does a kid run to a school building when they quote unquote run away? I mean, I hear stupid stories all the time of schools not giving a crap about their students, but me just thinking about it, I'm like, what made them think that was a good idea to just ignore me? What if that was the last time they saw me? And like a policeman comes to the school building because they've heard some kid running there. And they're like, have you seen this girl? I mean, I think I also heard news that school wasn't the brightest either, so I'm not surprised, but it's just baffling. I'm glad to be alive now, but back then it just didn't make sense as to why they're trying so hard to keep me from going inside.